In the heat of battle, a samurai discovered that his deadliest enemy wasn't his opponent, but the distractions in his own mind. Join us to explore his journey, a lesson we can apply to achieve any goal in life. Don't miss this profound story. On a fierce battlefield, a young samurai named Hiroshi realized that his sword wasn't his only weapon that needed sharpening. Sometimes, the greatest enemy isn't the one standing before you, but the distractions within your own mind. Hiroshi was a talented samurai. From a young age, he had been taught that strength and swordsmanship were all that mattered for victory. But one day, everything changed. In that battle, Hiroshi couldn't focus. He was distracted by everything: the screams of soldiers, the movements of distant enemies, and even his own anxious thoughts. This lack of focus led to a mistake. Facing defeat and pain, Hiroshi realized that skill alone wasn't enough to win if his mind was clouded with distractions. After the battle, Hiroshi retreated deep into the mountains to train. There, he met an old master, a former samurai who had triumphed in countless battles. Hiroshi asked the master, "Master, how can I become an unbeatable warrior?" The master simply smiled and replied, "Hiroshi, you don't need more strength. What you need is focus." But I was focused in the battle. I paid attention to everything around me. And that is your problem. You cannot focus on everything at once. You must choose one thing, the target in front of you. From then on, Hiroshi began training his focus. The master gave him strange exercises, like watching a stream and counting each drop of water, or meditating for hours, listening only to his breath. Over time, Hiroshi learned that focus wasn't about trying to do everything at once, but about channeling all his energy into one thing. He learned to ignore meaningless noise, unnecessary worries, and to keep his mind fixed on the goal before him. Years later, Hiroshi returned to the battlefield, but this time he was no longer the same man. When his opponent attacked, Hiroshi ignored the war cries around him and the movements of others. He focused entirely on the movements of the enemy before him, on every breath and every step. With absolute focus, Hiroshi won, not only against his enemy, but also against the restless mind that once distracted him. Hiroshi's story teaches us that focus is the key to achieving any goal. In today's world, it's easy to be distracted by countless things: work, social media, or unnecessary worries. But like Hiroshi, if you learn to let go of what doesn't matter and focus on one clear goal, you can overcome any obstacle. So what will you do to train your focus? Start with small steps, like finishing one task without letting your phone distract you, or taking a few minutes each day to reflect. Remember, every great achievement begins with focus.